I smell cat's piss for some reason. What could it be? Hi, Vivian.
Eat the pork.
No. Just touch it.
So, video games are a phenomenal medium and have produced some truly great works, titles that have engaged and enriched the players who discovered them. And then, some games are just fine. These tend to be enjoyable, albeit forgettable romps. And then, some video games are just, well, bad. For many reasons, maybe stemming from a poorly conceived idea, or inelegant execution, or whatever, but the end result is that they are, pardon my language, a poopy doo-doo, full stop, and therefore not worth talking about in any capacity beyond that of a cautionary tale. And then there are games like Wanted Dead.
I heard you have a gun.
Who told you that?
Which I believe has earned for itself a fourth fate, though it's unclear if it will actually attain it. This game from developer Soleil and publisher 110 Industries has got to be one of the strangest I've ever played. And I believe it deserves to go down in the history of video games as a stone-cold cult classic. Yeah, I didn't stutter. Cult classic, but more than likely in the tsunami of game releases we've been experiencing over the last few years, this game will not go down in history at all, but be forgotten. And I think that is the damn poopy doo-doo. This game is an experience, and I recommend you have it.
Is that all?
Wanted Dead is an old-school action game that I would call middle of the road, but it is lifted up to greater heights by the consistent absurdity of its narrative, characters, and atmosphere. And I think the creators are aware of it all, I think. But even if they aren't, the result of their labor is so bold and specific and weird that it honestly doesn't matter. Wanted Dead kinda rocks. Let's talk about the combat, which is what makes up the majority of the playthrough. Considering several Ninja Gaiden alums worked on this title, it's fair to say it's Gaiden-esque. It's challenging, frenetic, and janky. Checkpoints are sparse, there is no lock-on, and the cover system will make you say out loud, WTF, dudes? Furthermore, the gunplay is, well, it's fine, and the sword combos are cool but limited. However, it'll make you think you're John Wick. Parrying feels impactful. You can slide shoot, cut people in half. You can chain executions. You can chain saw. And the game censors the gore, but not really.
Get off of him! Don't make me laugh.
The combat is about learning enemy patterns, being aggressive, mixing it up, putting a little hurt on a lot of people, and dropping them all off in hell with a combo string of finishers soaked in style. And if you go down, if your health bar drops to 0, don't worry, the character Doc is there to help you out. This is my favorite part. This healing animation is so overdone and long. And you can get one of these in between each checkpoint, and it never gets old. And look, he helps you up and he hands you your sword back like, go get him, slugger. That's a 25-second revive animation. Why? Why? Because hell yeah, that's why. Now let's talk about the story of Wanted Dead.
I was always there like a good father when some of you made a mess. But this time things are more serious.
Is it good? Answer. Well, better question. Is it coherent? Answer. No. It's bonkers, full of drawn-out randomness and dialogue that is almost like rapid-fire non-sequiturs. If it came out today, you could be forgiven for assuming AI made this. The majority of the voice actors seem to be uncomfortable with English, and it doesn't appear they were given much or any direction.
Stone, you sure don't want a slice of that bacon?
Hell, the script seems uncomfortable with English.
That's the crunchies, right?
Hands on the wheel, so I could see them.
You'll need a binding resolution for that.
Hands on the wheel.
And yet I suspect it was planned, like the developers wanted to make the video game version of The Room. You know the movie? Oh, hi, Mark. Yeah, this is the video game version of that. And I don't think they just accidentally did it. If they did, holy shit. Case in point, this is the loading screen for the whole game, a reference to the Super Hot Fire meme. There's a crane game where you try to win statues of the actual in-game characters. There's a karaoke minigame where the characters are messing up the song, the sound effects aren't really good, and there is only one song, 99 Luft Balloons. There's also a ramen eating minigame that pops up out of nowhere and introduces us, out of nowhere, to this Australian narrator.
Ramen originated in China and made its way to Japan in 1859.
Who gives us historical noodle trivia.
We know that the first specialized ramen shop opened in Yokohama in 1910.
And then fucks off for the rest of the game. We never hear from the Australian again.
Something Lieutenant Hannah Stone was really looking forward to.
And it doesn't matter. The story doesn't matter. Each cutscene is so full of weird moments like this.
There's more male nudity in your stories than in a Joaquin Phoenix flick.
And this.
In Herzog's world, women get pregnant by entering the men's room.
That each snippet is just its own little golden gift. But what makes it even more interesting is the care given to the composition. The camera placement in the scenes is fantastic. The lighting, the mood, and the music that I'm not going to show you because of copyright, but just know that right here a cover of the song She's a Maniac from the 80s movie Flashdance is playing. That's not a throwaway decision. Someone had to argue for the merit in paying for that song license. Oh, and the 90s style anime? That's a bold decision. That's passion, baby. This game is wild, and it got mixed reviews on release, and I get it. It launched at $60, which I do not think was wise, especially considering it released against Hi-Fi Rush, Hogwarts Legacy, the Dead Space remake, and Atomic Heart. And if that didn't smother it, the rest of 2023's releases certainly did. But even in a dry year, 60 is a lot for this, and it seems the publisher agrees, as the game has had an apparently permanent price drop to 30, and often goes on sale at 15, which is what I picked it up for, and that might go some way in accounting for my high opinion of such an odd title. In any case, I recommend Wanted Dead. This was a truly unique experience that really resonated with me. I laughed hard. I didn't cry. I said the F word at almost every boss. I dug it. Yeah, you should play Wanted Dead. It is a stone cold classic in my book. I should go.
Dad, I woke up the morning after and suddenly I have 4 balls. His dad goes, "Get out of there, son. You're being